Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video of Master Bricks. Today I will be reviewing the LEGO Anakins Jedi Starfighter. This is set 75214 and is recommended for ages 7 to 12. In this set you get Anakin, R2-D2, and of course Anakin Starfighter. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, we will start with the overview of the ship. So here on the front you can see there's some nice lines that continue all the way back. The wings are angled just slightly towards the bottom. Now that's a good look from the front. Then here on the front there are a couple of stud shooters. There's one on either side and they just fire off these studs. They do include 4 spares so that they don't get lost, which does happen pretty easily. And then moving right along, here in the front, you may notice these are stickers. They are not prints. There are no prints in this set, well, except for the console inside, which I'll get to later. Then on the wings, there's some nice use of these new pieces, relatively new pieces. Those yellow 1x2 sloped pieces, and then there's some nice detail for the exhaust or cooling system for the engines, I'm guessing. Then right above that is R2-D2's compartment, or any droid of your choice can sit there. Inside there's just a single stud holding them down, so it is very easy to put a droid in and then take him out. Then right behind the droid there is the cockpit. The cockpit, it opens forwards, and we've got this canopy before, but this time it is in transparent black or gray. And then inside there is a console, a printed console, and there is a bit of a backrest, and that is what it looks like with a person inside. They fit nice and snug. There is enough space for their arms, and it closes up nicely, like so. Then moving along, here on the back, there are some nice studs on the side used to get that nice smooth shape all around, with that little fin or rudder at the back. Those are again stickers. And then from the back you can see there are 2 engines. They use the engine pieces that we've gotten before in black, and then there's a bit more building just to add to that. Those look pretty nice from the back. And then continuing on to the other side, this is a sticker. It's the Rebel logo. There are no prints except for the console, so that is a sticker. And here from the outside, this is one of the better angles like this. Then moving along to the bottom. On the bottom of the ship, I'm glad to see that there are no awkward colors like blue or green showing, which there are on a lot of sets. For like cars, for example, you can always see some odd colors, but here everything is nice and covered up. And then the front gear has 2 hinge points. There's that, and then there's the base, and you can fold that up nicely so that when it's flying, it's nice and smooth. Then here you can see a better look at the engines from the bottom. and a bit of the technique used to get the wings. You could make them angle more or maybe a bit less, but that would take some modification. And one of the things that I really like about this set is, now that I have Anakin inside, then I'm left with his lightsaber. But there is a clever little spot right there to put his lightsaber, so you can stow it away nicely, and from the side you can't see it, and from the front you can only see it a bit, but that doesn't bother me. And really nice technique. I like how they did that, and it's really useful for play. And that is it for the overview of the Starfighter. Now let's move on to the figures. Okay, so first up we have the droid, R2-D2. Now, we've gotten R2-D2 before, and he hasn't changed. He has some nice printing on the front of his body and his head, and the head printing goes all the way around. On the side of the body there is no printing, and on the back of the body no printing, but there is some head print. And then, like any other droid, his legs can be moved, although he doesn't really need to move them. And he can be put into a position where he's rolling around, leaning back or leaning forward. And then we have Anakin, the one figure in this set. So this Anakin, I don't think we've gotten this version before. He has printing for the face, for the torso, for the hips, and the legs. His lightsaber hilt is a chrome silver kind of hilt, which looks really nice, and obviously he has his blue lightsaber. His face printing is really good. He has that headset because he is a pilot here. That torso print, really good. And then the leg print is also good, but since it is dark brown on black, it is kind of hard to see. On the sides there is no printing, but on the back there is some more printing. Really nice, the belt. And then he does have an alternate expression, which is his kind of mad face. He still has the headset on, and without that you can see the whole face more clearly, and the front face you can see more clearly. And the Anakin's hair, this one, I think this is exclusive to him. I don't think we've got it before, and I think it is really nice. There's some good details on it. So overall, Anakin, good figure. Alright, and now I will move on to my personal opinion and the pros and cons. So pros, I think, are the stud shooters, which is good for play. The figures are awesome. There is place to store Anakin's lightsaber when he's flying, and the whole thing looks good. Good stickers, the cockpit's good, landing gear can fold, but only one of them, which brings me on to the cons. One of the cons is that on the bottom, the rear landing gear, this little gray round piece, it's just a block. And when you've got the front one tucked away nicely, this one feels kind of weird since it is just kind of a block with two slopes. But you can easily take that off, but it's not a folding gear like the front one. That's one of the cons. And another one This is just a minor one, it's not that big a deal, but inside the cockpit, you may notice that there is a hole inside. You can see the engine down, and that is the same on both sides. It bugs me a bit, but once you have the figure in, the holes, they are covered up pretty nicely, and they don't bother me as much. From the bottom, they are a bit harder to see because of the engines, but it is still visible. That finishes my review for the Lego Anakins Jedi Starfighter. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully I will be putting out more reviews of Lego sets very soon. Goodbye.